Ready for some books that are small but mighty, kinda like me? Books you'll finish before you finally change the battery in that one smoke detector, or fold and put away that ever-growing pile of laundry, or finally hit send on that email that's been sitting in your drafts? In case you're tuning into my channel for the first time, hi there. I'm Marisa Murgatroyd, and I've coached and supported tens of thousands of entrepreneurs, from side hustlers to seven-figure empires, on how to grow their online businesses. And I'm here to help you succeed too. In this video, I'm sharing some of the best reads to help you grow your business, absolutely zero fluff, but with the fun twist. Each of these gems is under 200 pages. Yep, no more getting halfway through a book and then putting it back on your shelf to get back to later. Or pretending you've read it in conversations with your entrepreneur friends, lol. I see you. Every single one of these is super actionable and can be finished in one afternoon or even quicker if you're an audiobook kind of person. Intrigued? Let's get to it. First up, clocking in at 190 pages, just under our 200-page limit, is Steven Pressfield's The War of Art. I recommend this one for anyone who thinks for a living, meaning you. This book teaches you a truth that you'd otherwise be blind to, that we are at war, a war that many of us are losing, the war against resistance. And resistance is the evil force that holds every creative endeavor back from reaching its full potential. It's the silent enemy that prevents you from creating the timeless masterpieces that you were put on this earth to create. It's what makes you afraid and anxious and causes you to sabotage your best work. I've come across a lot of entrepreneurs who think that resistance is nothing more than laziness, when in reality, this book shows you that resistance is something far more personal and vindictive, something that will destroy you if you don't put up a fight. So if you want to win this battle, overcoming resistance with a capital R, you need to acknowledge the battle and your part in it. And this bad boy can help. Okay, let's get a little less serious and talk about cute mice. Yep, just like this one. No, I'm talking about Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. And I got some cheese just in case you're a cheesy. At a whopping 98 pages, this tiny book with its deceptively simple story is a powerhouse of insights on change, adaptability, and the pursuit of success in our ever-evolving business landscape. Who Moved My Cheese spins a tale of two mice, Sniff and Scurry, and two little people, Hem and Haw, living in a maze. They all love cheese. Hey, don't we all, lol? And find a huge stash of it one day. But when the cheese disappears, their reactions vary wildly. The mice quickly move on to search for new cheese, but Hem and Haw? Well, let's just say they learn their lessons in very human-like ways. So what does this cute story have to do with entrepreneurship? Well, on our entrepreneur journey, the cheese represents what we want to achieve, like success, fulfillment, and innovation. In the maze, well, that's the environment we navigate, the market, technology, and customer behavior. It's constantly shifting around us. Here's the thing, change is inevitable. Like the cheese, your market can shift. Your products might need to evolve, or new competition can emerge overnight. So embracing change and staying adaptable is a necessary survival skill in business. So be like Sniff and Scurry and keep your eyes peeled for signs of change in your industry, so you can be ready to act swiftly rather than being caught off guard and move with the cheese. Because you never really know when finding new cheese can lead to success and happiness that you never thought was possible. Next up, we've got this one, Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. Quick fun fact, Kleon and I both live in Austin, Texas. Anyway, this 160-page book is critical if you feel like you're not good enough or you have no new ideas. Here's the thing, nothing is truly original, so you need to embrace influence. Instead of trying to create something out of thin air, Kleon encourages us to collect ideas, mix them with our personal experiences, and create something new. It's about seeing the value in everything and finding your voice through the synthesis of those influences. Look around, be curious, and find inspiration in the everyday. Because it's within the mundane, the ordinary, and the routine that you'll find the space to create your best work. I couldn't agree more. One of my favorite quotes that I share often with my students is from Gustave Flaubert. It says, "Be regular and orderly in your life so that you may be violent and original in your work." And yes, only the French would use a word like violent to describe their creativity. But I live by this philosophy. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm pretty darn boring in my everyday life. I rarely drink or go out, and I never stay out late. And this regularity gives me the stability that I need to be original in my work. So don't ever let anyone make you feel bad about being boring. And use Steal Like an Artist as your permission slip to stop waiting for inspiration to strike and start finding it everywhere you look. It's about making art out of life and business out of art. Next up, we have this underrated gem. Anything You Want, 40 Lessons for a New Kind of Entrepreneur by Derek Sivers. This one's a lean, mean read at just 96 pages. Sivers is one of the strangest entrepreneurs on the planet, and I mean that in the best way possible. In this wacky book, Sivers reflects on his journey building CD Baby, the largest online distributor of independent music on the planet. Inside, he shares 40 incredible lessons that redefine what it means to be an entrepreneur. This isn't your typical business book. Think of it as a sort of manifesto for doing business your way. It focuses on happiness and the real reasons we've chosen to make entrepreneurship our life. Inside, Sivers points out that success comes from adaptability, not sticking rigidly to a plan. It's about making constant adjustments based on real-world feedback. I've seen far too many successful entrepreneurs promote the same offer they promoted for years using the same messaging and the same marketing, and they've failed. Here's the thing. The same old just won't cut it anymore, especially in an online landscape where everything changes in the blink of an eye. You must be adaptable, and this is a key theme in Sivers' book. Ready for another? Here we have The Dip by Seth Godin. The dip isn't just a phase to endure, it's a test to pass. It separates the hobbyists from the professionals, the dabblers from the committed. Understanding that the dip is inevitable is crucial because it means you're not failing. You're just in the thick of it. And that's exactly where you need to be to push through to greatness. One of the dip's most powerful lessons is learning to identify which dips are worth pushing through and which dead ends are worth quitting. Because not all dips lead to success. And Godin provides a framework to help us decide when to hold them and when to fold them. Here's the thing. Don't fear the dip. See it as an opportunity. It's in the dip that we find room for innovation, growth, and ultimately differentiation from the competition. Being the best in the world, whatever your world might be, is about leveraging the dip, not avoiding it. For you, yes you, the entrepreneurs who are in it for the long haul, the dip is your guidebook for navigating the inevitable lows of business, so you come out stronger on the other side. All right. With this last one, I'm cheating just a bit, but it's simply too good not to include. I'm talking Girlboss by Sophia Amoruso. At 256 pages, it's a wondrous coming-of-age narrative that tells the story of Amoruso going from broke and homeless to frugally hustling her ass off to build Nasty Gal, an e-commerce darling that would eventually go bankrupt. But she didn't let that stop her. Since then, she's successfully built an empire where she helps other entrepreneurs fulfill their dreams. There's even a Netflix series starring Charlize Theron based on her wild entrepreneurial ride. So give Girlboss a read to discover why your unconventional traits aren't liabilities, they're actually a recipe for success. Why you don't need a fancy degree or a fat bank account to start a business. It's about starting where you are with what you have and then scaling with intention. Why every setback is a setup for a comeback, and why building a brand is about connecting with your audience on a genuine level. This isn't just a book, it's a movement. It's about challenging the status quo, taking the reins of your life, and building a business that reflects who you are. So there you have it. 6 business game changers under 200 pages and one that's just a hair longer. So we've got The War of Art. We've got Who Moved My Cheese. We've got Steal Like an Artist. Anything You Want. 40 Lessons for a New Kind of Entrepreneur. The Dip. And Girlboss. Drop me a comment below with the one that you're reading first, and go ahead and share a small yet mighty recommendation of your own. But before you go, if you want way more support in building and scaling a long-lasting and fulfilling business, because to be honest, books can only take you so far, check out my year-long business accelerator, Momentum. Usually, when it comes to the support that you need to take your business to the next level, you're forced to choose between private coaching, a small group mastermind, or live events and workshops. And while each one of these things is awesome, they're not enough to guarantee the business results you're after. Because with private coaching, you're missing the perspective that comes from community. With small group masterminds, you're lacking the depth and accountability of having that private coach. And with live events and workshops, you get pumped, but then the excitement fades and you fall back into procrastination and overwhelm. That's why I've created one cohesive program that gives you all three. And I like to call it a best of all worlds program. So you get private concierge coaching, you get a small group mastermind, and you get live trainings and quarterly events. So all three in one value-packed program. So if your ears are perking up and you're excited to learn more about how me and my team can support you in realizing your biggest business goals this year, check out the link below to schedule a no-pressure call with a program specialist. So schedule that call, and I hope to see you inside Momentum. Now go out there and live your message.